Hey everybody, it's Kelly at Don't Moan with Scissors. That's me. I'm Kelly. Um, I decided to do a WIP parade, if nothing else, for Janet because Janet said she'd love to see one. Um, what I realized is that I was pulling out project bags and stuff. I have a lot of projects that I've kitted up but haven't put stitches in, so I'm not going to show those because we'd be here forever. Yeah. The other thing I'd like to point out is those dishes were done until my son made dinner last night. He made this, well, he made homemade noodles for the first time, and they were okay. They were just too thick. But I don't have a pasta, like a pasta maker. So he hand rolled them out, and then cut them. And they were just, I think that was really the only issue with them. Otherwise they were good. But the soup he made was, oh my God, my mouth was on fire. The soup called for, I bought him a sriracha, he loves sriracha sauce. And I bought him a sriracha cookbook for Christmas. I think this year he got it. It might have been last year. And so he decided to make the soup out of it. He called for a cup of sriracha. He was mighty strong. So I tried to doctor it so that it wasn't so spicy, but it was still, it was good at that point. It was still just way too spicy for me. I guess my palate's just getting old. I don't know, but but he tried. He tried, and God love him for that. Because I probably would have just made PB&J. So it is now Sunday morning. I am gonna try and do this as fast as possible. I do have a lot of WIPs. Because I have to go get fruits and vegetables to leave on my mother's porch, which sounds a little creepy until you realize that my mother has COVID, and so she can't go to the grocery store, and she doesn't use Shipt or Instacart. And I thought about just having the Instacart guy go to her house, but then she wants me to pick up something off her porch. Whatever. She's my mother. She's my mother. We're just going to leave it at that. That's probably the easiest way of going. And one day Beam will go, she's my mother. I got nothing beyond that when she's referring to me. She may already do that. I don't know. In other news, I still have bronchitis. So I get a little winded. It's a little frustrating. But yeah. What that means is I'm supposed to rest and just do like normal people resting things. So I guess that means I'm supposed to stitch more. So we'll see. We'll see. So without further ado, I have to do this in one take. I don't know how to smush things together. We all know how my family runs. The dogs run the show. That's how it is here. The little terrorists that they are. So we'll see. The other thing that's happened is somebody's hacked my LinkedIn account. Why would you even, of all the things you could hack into, why somebody's LinkedIn account? Why? Somebody fill me in on that because it's just stupid and ridiculous. So I have to go through all of change all your passwords and everything else. So, yeah. So that said, let's get going and have some fun. Okay. So the first thing my first WIP that I'm going to show you is the Steady Threads black work this year. That's my grid. My goal today is to figure out where the counting error is. Somewhere this square now does, the piece that goes this way doesn't line up. Is that the piece? Yes. So it's supposed to go from here out, like this line here. It doesn't work. So I've got to figure out where that error is. So that's my job today, is to pull out and figure it out. Because I got to add a row of snowflakes in the Stitchotomy winter sale. I'm not gonna, there's like another row similar to this, and then there's the Quaker stars is what I always call them. I don't know what they're really called, but that's what they remind me of. That's another option. She's got like 3 or 4 rows of snowflakes. So because I'm kind of limited on space, I'm going to do another row of snowflakes. We're coming towards the end of that. It's only for this month. So, and it comes down every 3 days. And I think the last snowflakes came down yesterday or this morning. So there's that. So we're fairly close to being current on that. Fairly close. But we're not. We're not. Urban Stitches is doing the after hour or after dark sale. I have my frame. I have the first week stitches done. I have not put in week 2 and 3 yet. That is a goal for the next couple days, is to get that in so that I can, and then they've also come out with this block here. So I've got to get those 2 blocks done this week. It's not that hard. It's black work. It's just that my fabric is navy blue and it gives my eyes a little bit of a hissy fit. So we have our stitches in about the whale and Mitch McConnell. We haven't gotten any further. I need to. That's one of those stitches, again, maybe a weekend, couple nights, and it would be done, but it's not. It's not. Okay, so let's see what else is over here in this pot. Okay, this is the On the Beach Sal with Mr. Lobster. I love this. So this, let's see, on this one, she just released another part Friday? Saturday. Friday. I think it's Friday. So now we know this is the lighthouse. This is now this is an anchor. It's really cute. And this is like a buoy with a life-saving ring on it. That's probably, you know, the lighthouse is the big stitch in that one. And a lot of my border is still tent stitch. That's one of those that would probably take a good, really focusing on in a weekend, like a 3-day weekend kind of thing. Let's see. This is the No Planet B from Cloud Factory sale for this year. I did start it. I don't have some of the called fors, but that is exactly where it's supposed to be. I figured it out. So it's getting the rest of the DMCs together and starting it. That's my fabric for Lindy Stitches. Haven't started that one. For the Funky Menagerie. Haven't started it. Here's my Modern Folk embroidery for this year. Haven't started it. But I have the fabric cut. The other day I got cones of DMC 648, 647. They're 2 shades of gray. That's what I was going to do. I was going to do a lighter and a darker gray, and then pops of color for like the berries in the bowl and stuff. I finally figured it out. I ordered the cones because Joann's had them on sale really cheap not long ago, and unfortunately the 2 grays that I picked are too close together. Not a problem. I figured out what I'm gonna, because I also ordered like the jumbo 310 and white cones. So I'm going to do black and a gray and then still the pops of color. And I think that's going to be really pretty. Let's see. Peppermint Purple Cell. I've gotten very far on this year. Can't you tell? Again, at least the fabric's cut. I know I have the fabric. And I've got a little label on it that says what it is. This is, see, I put my little labels. I'm high tech here. So this is the Magic Kingdom cell. That is Ariel. Can't you tell? Yep. I'm banging this stuff out. Can't you? Yep. All the stitches. The new shit, like a lot of these cells, they're going to drop the next spot for the beginning of the month. And I'm going to be like, okay, I know what's in here. This is the, let me move these out of Okay, so, oh, here's the 2 cones of gray. There's not enough contrast, I don't think. Yeah, that did nothing. There's not enough contrast, so I'm going to do black and probably this gray, which is 747, which means I have a whole cone to use of 746. We'll find something to do with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now, but that's okay. We have it. We have it. Let's see. Okay, so here's where I keep my little pusheen things that I've been doing for my daughter. I've got 2 out of the 3 done, so we have one more to do, and then I've got to FFO them. But that's the flipping pattern in that book. Seriously, seriously. Yep, drives my in the patterns like. Okay, whatever. If you can see it, you can see it. That's how the pattern comes. Yep. So I only have 1 more left. I did 2 out of the 3. I think I'm. This is the 3 small words that I am selling with Janet Jabber and several other people. I cut off. I decided to redo the colors. I don't like the colors. I didn't like the fabric. I cut off the part that said "Be Kind" that I had stitched, stuck it in my pile of finishes that I can come up with something to do with it. I have no idea what at this point. But that's a restart. I think I'm going to do more of the beachy colors because that's just my thing. This is Stitch Life Magazine's Plant Love in 2021. Her name is Penelope. Penelope at least has hair. Well, she has some hair. She has a headband. I have not worked on this since the other day that I showed you guys. But she lives in her little pouch that came with it. Boxes are still available. Stitch Life Magazine. Stitch Life Mag, MAG.com. You can grab it. The box is really cute. It had some great stuff in it. The other thing is I'm not going to show you my sewing whips, and I'm not going to show you my knitting whips or crochet whips because life is short and you guys need to be able to do something else. Okay, here's the big project we've been working on. This is one of my goals for WIP Go with the pulled numbers. If you're not familiar with WIP Go, let me know. We'll fill you in, but basically it's kind of like bingo with your projects. You decide what you want to do and how you want to reward yourself. It's a Facebook group. If I remember, after this is posted, probably in the next 24 hours or so, I will pop a link to that group down below. It's a lot of fun. Everybody's great. And if nothing else, you see everybody's really cool projects. So this is my daughter's periodic table that I'm building for her. I measured the fabric last night. Y'all, the fabric is 60 by 96. And I've only got that much border all the way around. I told her she's not allowed to sell it, and she's not allowed to tell me she hates it. She can sell it when I'm dead. That's what I had told her. I've made her promise that that's the deal. Because again, it's 60 inches wide by 96 inches wide. That is the reason I bought the gigantic 310 cone, because the frame is all black, all 310, and then I'm going to fill it and all of the lettering as well. Okay, so this is on self-dyed Ada. My first time doing ice dyeing. It's still a little darker than I wanted. Whatever, it's okay. It's all good. This is the Cloud Factory Disney Stitch Along. Disney, and that's my, I haven't touched it in a while. It's kind of sad. I think since before the pandemic, or at the first part of the pandemic, because I think the last time I touched it, Bean went to band at college, and I had to drive her down, and I worked on it then. This is on my WIP Go board. It has not been pulled yet as far as a number. I am adding the other Disney movies from Ivory Needle on Etsy to make it even bigger, because why not? Why not? Why not? Okay, so moving on is my Lady of the Flag by Mirabilia. I have done the conversion for her to have red hair. I am changing this. I'm going to stitch Lady of the Flag several times in several different conversions. I have this thing in my head. Yeah. My head is a dangerous place to live in, just so you all know. Don't go there. So her dress is going to be white. She is beautiful. She makes me happy. Yeah. She needs some frogging on her little torch. And that's, I think I haven't picked her up because because of that, probably. No, so, okay, what is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is not started. This is C is for cookie. It's the wave picture, but it's Cookie Monster in the wave. So that's why it's in the milk and cookies bag, because that makes sense to me. But again, didn't realize it was just a project and no stitches in it yet. Let's see. What is this? This is my Modern Folk Embroidery Zimmerman coverlet. I love this. I love the color. I am using Colorworks Tide Pool. I think it goes like this, actually. As you can see, I have not gotten very far. I'm sorry, Ellen. I do love your coverlet. It's just not one that I like instinctually grab. And I'm not sure why, because I do love it and I love the color. But it isn't one that I go to grab when I'm grabbing projects. That will change. It is on my WIP Go board this year, so at some point it will get pulled. Oh, okay. It's always a surprise. This is Peppermint Purple's Year of Black Work from last year. I got into it pretty late. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 weeks done. What I should do at this point is pull this one out, match it with the fabric from last year, catch them both up to the same point, and just do them at the same time when they come out each week. I think that's kind of what I've resolved, that's probably the easiest for me to get them both done this year. Let's see what's in here. It's always a surprise. Oh, okay, so this one doesn't have stitches in it yet. This is Henrietta. Let me see if the picture's in here. Cujo's awake. Oh, here we go. So this is Henrietta. I believe this is on my WIP Go board. Yeah, she's everything. She cracks me up. It cracks me up that she's wearing shoes of all things, and she's got flowers in her hair. Not the fact that she's dressed in a dress and sitting on a toilet. So I'm going to stitch this. I actually need to stitch it twice. A friend of mine wants one for her bathroom too. Yeah. Henrietta is getting started this year. I didn't think I grabbed so many that have no stitches in them. That kind of makes me a little sad. Okay. Oh, I know what this is. This is Salty by Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. If you go to her Gumroad, if you go to Hemlock and Rye, you can pay what you want kind of thing for this chart. So I have that started. I actually do have that started. That is Salty where it stands. I believe this again is on my WIP Go board to get a finish. And it's just one of those that literally I don't want to say it's mindless stitching because it's not, but there's no thread color changes. So it's an easier stitch. Little happy zebras. What are the zebras? Oh, I haven't even started this. This is another one of those starts. So this is from Galliana Samplers, or Galliana. She's done the bookcase and that everybody's doing, which is also on my plans to do. But this, she did a sampler, like a promo sampler last year, and she gave this pattern away free. It does not have a picture, but that's what's in there. The other cool thing about that is so I'm an Alpha Gamma Delta, and our colors are red, buff, and green. My fabric is kind of a creamy color, and then I pulled red and green to go with it. So this will be my Alpha Gamma Delta sampler. How cool is that? Hopefully there's like a little squirrel in there. Wouldn't that be perfect? That would be. Okay, let's see. Bags, bags, bags. All the bags. Not really. I need a bunch more. This needs to get pulled out. I love Matryoshkas, as we all know. I have a collection of them. This is the Lakeside Needles Matryoshka sale. It's still going on, so, but they're on like Matryoshka number 6. I'm on 1. Yeah. She's gorgeous. She's so cute and adorable, and she makes me happy. I don't know. I don't know why she's not done. I don't know. Probably because I'm working on every other thing under the sun. Okay, so this is for my friend Shannon. Her favorite Halloween. She's a Halloween fanatic, and she loves purple. This was a freebie. It started. It started. That is on the WIP Go board. I do know that because I wanted to give it to her for this Christmas past. Clearly that didn't happen. Clearly. Okay. So most of my bigger projects live in bins like this. And I have shelving in my like craft bike room. This is old. This is more than 10 years old, I bet. Yeah. Let's see. The shop that it came from is now closed. This doesn't even go in there. She charted something for me before I was comfortable charting my own. But what's in here, this was a gift for my mom, going to be a gift for my mom back in the day. It is little, I got one done. So cute. Yeah, I have one done, as you can see. I don't think, I have all the threads still in here, because, you know, makes sense. She wanted, I think, 6 or 8 of them. I'm just going to say that my family right now, unless, like, my ex-husband attends something with me, which he doesn't usually do, unless, well, I shouldn't say that. He actually attends quite a few things because of the kids, and we have no problem. We all sit together. It's not a big deal. I don't know why my mom needs so many placemats. Okay. Yeah. This one has no stitches in it because it scares me to death to start it. But I believe it is on my WIP Go board. Kind of trying to force me to do it. It's the Mermaid of Salem Bay. She's beautiful. I bought the bead pack. I bought the special fabric for her, the Pirates. Just, but it's linen. They didn't do it in Ada. And yeah. Oh, she's so pretty though. But yeah, like I said, I bought the bead pack. I have the fabric. I don't know where the bead pack is right now. It should be in here. But it's not, which means it's somewhere. So, I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure that's on WIP Go. Hang on one second. Okay. And a few that fell out of reach. We're not done. We're not done. Okay. This is by Heartstring Samplery. It's the Coffee Quaker. I fell in love with it at my local LNS. She had done even a coffee ring, like a stain from her mug, which was super, super cute. I started this in September for Sampler September. It was really my first sampler that I was going to do because at that point I wasn't really drawn to samplers. That's where we're at. This probably, let me look at it. I'm pretty sure this is on my WIP Go board. It would, I'm not even to the words yet. I'm just to the point where they're starting, but not all the way. Like I don't have, let's see, I know I don't have that in. I know I don't have that in. So I'm not quite to the halfway, but I'm almost halfway there. It stitches up really fast. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, this is for my coach. My coach likes otters. So he's the Otter King. I have not worked on this in ages. I think this is 1 day's worth of work on it. Maybe 2. I think 1. I need to pull this out. This is another one that really, it should be done already. It should have been done. Because he actually asked me to stitch up something else for him. Like, he doesn't know about this one, but he's asked me to stitch up something else. So I'd like to get the one that he wants done and this one done, because not only, he's a friend too. He was a friend before he became my coach. I'd like to get that to him for Christmas. I'm going to save what's in this bag for later, for the last thing, because I have to kind of explain it. Let's see. Okay. Whales. This is Rudolph. This is the bag where my snow day project is. I decided to start one after watching Julie. I try to work on this when it snows. I've been really bad about it. If I did, he'd be much further along. But my goal is, I dyed the 8 of myself. It's a really pretty blue with just slight modeling. I'm going to do all of the reindeer from Nora Corbett on this, and then as well as Santa's sleigh. We had the mix up with the Krynic. I'm doing the matte version, not the glossy version. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Now this doesn't look like much. This is Van Gogh's Starry Night. However, it also will have a picture. Here's the picture. That's my red Jeep. Yeah. That's going to be phenomenal. I love it. Love it. So I am up in here. This is on WIP Go, I think, for either a page or 2-page finish. I forget which one. It doesn't matter. It's getting more work is what it's getting. Yeah. That initially I was thinking that would go in my office. But I want to hang up the Lady Liberties and a few other things in my office, and my office isn't that damn big. Okay. So, Bean gets the periodic table, the boy child. Let's see if it still smells. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? It doesn't really smell like chai tea anymore. Wah, wah, wah. This is the Mysterious Map Cell with ink circles. You'd think I could just look at my little thing. It's the Mysterious Adventure Project by Ink Circles. It's very cool. It's all custom. You roll dice. It's basically like a choose your own adventure where you roll the dice to see, like, how far is your river, you know, which border you were going to do, kind of thing. So my goal is to have this map and Bean's periodic table done by the time each of them graduates from college with their bachelors. Because Bean is a forensic science major and chemistry. So I have a feeling she's going to at least do a master's, if not a PhD. I joked with her and with Clay from Stitch Life and a few other people. The next project for her will probably be, she's 5'5". She's a little taller than me, 5'5". that I'm gonna chart out a full skeleton, like an anatomical medical skeleton, and stitch it while she's in grad school. This is Ink Circles 99. I have no stitches in there. My goal for WIP Go is just to get one shelf done. I will probably drink the beer while I'm doing it, because why not? Hold on, there's still more. There's a whole chair full. What's sad is besides the ant placements, I don't think I had a WIP for cross stitch coming into probably about July. Yeah, now I'm like, stitch everything. Oh my god, let's start a billion projects. Okay, so this is Joyous Noel. It was a freebie by Orifloss. I have no stitches in this. I know I don't have any stitches in here. The other thing that's in here that I'm making for Bean are the little flamingo ornaments from Hands On Design. Again, no stitches, but they all live happily together. They commingle in the flamingo bag. They commingle in the flamingo. Okay, I'm funny. I didn't even realize it. That was not purposely tried. This has no stitches in it, but I'm stitching a DNA helix with rainbow in it because it's cute and why not? Oh Lord. Okay. Oh, we're not done. We're not done, guys. This is the Addams Family stitch along. I forget. It's on Etsy. I dyed my purple because I don't know why I wanted purple, but I did. Oh, there's my little start. Okay. Can you see it? That's what I started. That's all I've started. It was like an hour's worth of work, if that, on it. My friend Emily and I are both stitching it. I don't know that she's even started, so I think I'm safe. As long as Emily's not ahead of me, I'd like to stay at least current with Emily. Oh, these I haven't started. I cut the fabric, but they're the Homespun Elegance trucks. I kind of liked them better than the other ones, but not started. I don't even know if I put that on my WIP Go board. We're getting there. Okay, this is the bag for Be Thankful, and also my autumn string from Lizzie Kate. They live happily together in my little bag. I got that started on Be Thankful. I self-dyed the fabric though, and I love it. I really love this, how it turned out, and wish I had done a bigger piece. Isn't that the way it goes, right? If I dyed a bigger piece though, it would turn out butt ugly, so. But because I love it, I only have the little piece. Oh, we're getting there, folks, but not really. Okay, let's see. This is the All Souls band by Quiltify Designs. I have the band sampler and the Verlanden pattern. I have not started it. But I did. It's in a cute little bag though that I made, so I should get points for that. Okay, this is funny. This is another one that if I sat down on a Saturday and just stitch it, it'd be done. This is Mother Vulva. I thought it was funny. I think it's still funny. She's cute. It's pink. This is a test pattern that I'm doing, so I need to knock these out like now. But it's a full coverage, and that's like, yeah. It says happy fall, y'all, or something. I need to get my book going on that. What I should do is leave the ones that I really need to get busting out. I should leave them on my table. I won't, but I should. Let's see what this is. This is another test pattern. We found the one error. This is the Rose Apothecary from Schitt's Creek. I gotta bang out the rest of that too. The boy child is up and eating. I hope he's eating spicy soup.
Yeah, it's spicier when it's cold, apparently.
Apparently, it's spicier when it's cold.
I don't understand it.
I don't know. This is the one that so many of you love, and I really do enjoy stitching on it. I have not pulled it out lately. This is Pandemic by Long Dog Sampler, and I am the nutball. This is page 3 started, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm on page 3. I don't know. I'm the nut job that's turning it into a full coverage because, yeah, why not? Why not? This is on my WIP Go board, and I think it's on my WIP Go board for like 2-page finish. I'd like to obviously get it further, but as you can see, I have a problem. I need an intervention. He lives with Yoda. I love Yoda. The baby Yoda. I love the baby. I love Yoda. Let's see. Oh, yeah. This is started. I got this kit because I actually really like the scene. I started it. That's the tree in the middle. The Christmas tree. I hate this kit. This kit is full of tons of back stitching, which actually I don't mind doing that. But it's tons of like half stitches and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Nope. So what we're going to do is on the Stitch Life magazine, there's 6 of us. I'm going to send this to somebody on the team in the group. They're going to stitch on it and do some of it, and then we'll pass it around till it's done. I honestly think that's a great way to handle those kinds of projects. Kind of, you know, spread the love and spread the stress. This is my Tuesday Taco Tuesday sampler. I've been really tired and stuff on Tuesday and always end up doing something else. So it hasn't gotten worked on in the last couple Tuesdays. It's not a real big piece. After onion, I've got to add cheese, guacamole, and sour cream, and then a taco. And it cracks me up. And then I have the little pattern as well from same designer, and it's a margarita. It's a margarita by Casey Bonanario. God, I don't know. Yeah. Apparently, she's no longer, or he is no longer making patterns, so you kind of got to keep your eyes open for them. I don't know what other ones they did offhand. I know I looked at one point and couldn't find anything. They were cute, but I couldn't find anything else. Okay, so this is a freebie from who the hell knows, knowing me. It's the What the Fuck Venn diagram. I worked on it the one day trying to get in my 200 stitches. I do have those in. My concern is still that I don't know that I cut my fabric to size with the board and added the border. It's supposed to all fit on there. I really don't think it does. So I've got to make sure it does before I put a lot of work in it. The one thing I do know is behind the Venn diagram is this beautiful wallpapering stitching to make it more of a full coverage piece. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing the Venn diagram. So the 3 circles. Because life is short and I have a whole lot of stitching to do. And apparently I can't put things back in bags very well. That will probably be my screen grab, me making a crazy face. Because life. Let's see. Oh, this is my Tree of Magic by Barbara Anna. I switched out the linen for Ada because I'm more comfortable on it. That is as far as I've gotten. I've only really worked on it one day. I need to get working on it because I also have the Christmas tree to do from Barbara Anna. Uh-huh. Yep. 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 Oh, this is a bag of... Oh. Well, I don't think I need to leave my socks in there. Where the hell are this packing to go? Because everybody needs a toothpaste and a toothbrush in their stitching bag. Don't ask, because I don't know. I don't know. Oh, look, I got cough drops in it. I don't know what the... Maybe this isn't even a stitching bag. Oh, this is my sheep that I'm doing with all the holidays. So it's actually a bunch of sheep in there. It's a herd. It's a herd. I have to bang out the Valentine's Day one here in the next little bit so that it can go on the little board that I made for it. Let's see, what is this? This is Barbara Anna Santa Travels. I love this. I restarted it on Ada. Actually, it goes like that. And now it is a much easier for me to stitch. It's glorious. I can see all the colors. This sale is over. I'm not. So we're going to sell it again this year. It's the new Christmas sale. Okay. Almost done. I know I'm whipping through these fast, but one, I want to get through them before I have to go grocery shopping for my mom. And before the DOGs start acting like nutballs. Okay. In here with my RBG bag that Bobby and Janet have, were like the triplets with the bag. I love this bag. It's so glorious on so many levels. On here is One Nation Under God by Twin Peak Primitives. I started this on the inauguration day. I worked on it a little bit, and then I was so sick still and tired. So this is that top eagle. What I've decided is every time the president has the president has like a speech that he gives, or there's like something big on the news about the government in Trump's impeachment trial, I'm going to stitch on this. And this bag will always hold something that is politically linked or activist linked about an issue. Because I think that would make Ruth proud. Okay, so other than projects that I have fabric cut for, but have not started, which there are several, but we're not going to discuss that. We're not. Nope. I don't need... Maria Kondo does not live in my house. Very clearly, she does not live in my house. So yeah, but I don't have to follow her. You can only have like 9 projects going or whatever at a time. My ADD brain needs more variety than that. This is the last one I want to show you. This is in the bag that I made that originally held the Shark Week. But now what it is, what I have decided to do, and I'm going to, it's a big piece. It's nice and big because that's what I do. I do big pieces, apparently. I do big pieces and little itty pieces and not a whole lot of mediums. But, because I have Pet All the Dogs by Teresa Koga in my pile. I have the Gobbletons from RETM. I have the Wiener Dogs from Plum Street that are in there. I have several more Sal's that I have joined. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. This piece. Okay, so this piece, what I've decided is that, you know, little girls used to, and I don't know that little boys did them, but they used to do the sampler, and it usually related to them. So what I want to do is create a sampler that represents me, and then I will go ahead and do one that represents each child that I have. there's only 2 right now, and I don't anticipate getting any more children, but because that ship sailed. But you know, like eventually, hopefully, maybe I'll have grandchildren, and I'll do, or like my children will have partners, and we'll do a sampler for them. So on here, I have picked out a couple different alphabets because you always have to have an alphabet. I have already designed out my building because that's also, there's a little kid playing outside, and she just heard it because they like screamed. Hey, it's okay. I have to find some trees and plants and other things, but that's what this is. And so this is my me sampler. I think it's going to be way cool. I'm actually really excited to start it. But I keep saying I have to finish a couple other things before I start this one. And I don't know. But I think this is on my WIP Go board too. I could look. We could pull up my WIP Go board real fast because why not? Let's see. On my WIP Go board is the But First Coffee, Jeep, Lady of the Flag, the Ornaments, Pandemic, the Periodic Table, which is this month still, the map, my Disney, the Purple Pumpkin, the Wiener Dogs, 3 Small Words, the Zimmerman coverlet. I want to do at least one of the repeats. Let's see what else is on here that didn't get talked about otherwise. That's really it. I mean, there's a couple finishes like Salty and like Tree of Life. I want to get 3 branches done on it. Ideally, I'd get a lot of finishes, but you know, I don't know. I keep starting more projects, as you guys know. I start more projects and then I like, yeah. But that is my stitching in works. If you want to see anything again or a little bit slower, let me know, because I know that went really fast. But again, we're already, you know, coming up on an hour. And I've got to go see I have to go grocery shopping for a lot of stuff. It is what it is. I have to put my bags back. I'm thinking I need a better organizational system. I have them in bags, and a few of them are still in Ziplocs because I haven't made more bags yet. I have the zippers finally. None of my bags are as nice as Lynx Stitches bag. I just did simple little bags. They're not all 100% the same size. They're not. And so I'm not sure if what I should do is organize them. Lizzie, go lay down. If I should organize them by size, like maybe group all the big projects together in a bin. Like I have one of those 9 cube storage things that holds all of them. And then maybe put like all the smalls together kind of thing. I don't know. If you have ideas, I'd love to hear. I love watching people who also share their organizational system. I'm trying to find a planner that I really like that kind of, I can put it all on, even if every day is 2 pages, where I can put like my workout plan, my work stuff, my home life. If like Bean's got a doctor's appointment or the boy child has band or whatever, I can put it in there. And all of that, and trying to incorporate, and then, you know, stuff around the house, like all those work projects. Bean did put in the one side. Now she got to do the other. So with that, I have to plug all these back into their little bins. I am going to work as we drive. My mom lives about a half-hour drive from me, maybe 20 minutes, because there's really not going to be much traffic out. So if I take like the periodic table, because a friend of mine is driving, if I take the periodic table, it's literally like I can work on that. If I just take a pair of scissors so that I can cut my black floss, and try and knock that out. Really and truly, I'd like to have on my WIP Go board, I should have the periodic table gridded, like all the grid black, and then Santa Travel's done. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to meet that goal for at least one of them, because there's only like 6 more days in the month. So one of them's not going to happen, and the other one, it may not happen either. So it's kind of depressing. But I have stitched several things. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Go enjoy your Sunday. I will get this up so everybody can see kind of where my stitching is at. Like I said, I still have a lot of stuff kitted up that I did not include because there's no stitches on it. So I will return like probably tomorrow to do my regular floss tube so you can see my project. So with that said, I will bid you adieu. Have fun. Do something epic.